wonderful episode of Talk is Cheap. My name is Giovanni Mentor, and we have our host with us today. We got Kyle Shilliford, and we have Rudolph McLaughlin. And we want to hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I know I did. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I tore that turkey up. I don't know about you guys.
Well, I'm still full.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. So we're not gonna keep you waiting too long. We're gonna go straight into the first hot topic. Now, who is the best in New York? Is it the New York Knicks, or are we talking about the Nets? We're gonna start off with Kyle first. What you think, Kyle?
Well, obviously it's clear. You know, they're both doing bad, but you got to go with the Brooklyn Nets because you got to go with potential. You know, who has the best potential going forward? Because the Nets are, what, a half a game ahead of the Knicks, you know, but potential-wise, you have Paul Pierce. You know, you have Darren Williams, who is right now injured, but he's going to be coming back. Brook Lopez just came back. You know, and you still have Jason Terry coming off the bench. You have Sean Livingston coming off the bench, and don't forget Andre Karlinko.
Right,
you have Blash. So you have a lot of tools coming off the bench and still in the starting five. They have the best starting five on paper, so they got to be the best team going forward and right now.
Okay.
You're right.
Well, there must be a blue moon out today because Kyle's actually right. Whoa. I actually agree with him and say that the Brooklyn Nets are the best team in New York. The Knicks, they're struggling. They're 3-12. Brooklyn is 4-12. They both are having a pretty bad record. So, if I had to pick one of them right now, I have to take the Nets. I mean, the Knicks right now, they're shooting only 41% from the field, only getting 40 rebounds a game, 27th in the league. They can't win with that. There's no defensive presence. Melo can't do it by himself. They don't move the ball. There's no team chemistry. They don't. You know when you see teams like you look at the Heat. Okay, see, they have fun when they play. They enjoy each other. They like being around each other. There's no team chemistry. No one be there cracking jokes, doing big speeches. Melo's not motivating the team. Melo's just out there pulling shots. He's not helping his teammates get better. The Knicks have a lot of problems.
Okay. So I see what we're talking about here. Knicks and the Nets. But guys, I have to be the trio here, and I have to agree and make sure that it's known that I agree.
Y'all just on my team.
Because you got to look at it. They got Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce in the locker room. Those are two highly motivated. They're boosting up the team's morale and activity. And it's just they got too much people on. They got Darren Williams as their point. And right now from the field, they're doing pretty good. You know, they got Joe Johnson, you know, shooting 15 points per game, 43% from its threes. So they have that consistency.
So I don't like that he's, you know, trying to bandwagon on my
Okay.
So I want to just go back for a little bit on that one of our first debates where we said if the Knicks are in trouble. His Knicks are in trouble, so that's why he's over on the Nets. That's why he's over on the Nets, because his Knicks are in trouble.
They're not my Knicks. They're not my Knicks.
The Knicks are
I did say that they weren't in trouble.
Okay, but they're in trouble, so now he's over on the
Nets. They're still not in trouble. They're still not in trouble. They're only a few games out of the 8th spot in the East. I said they would make the playoffs.
There are a few games?
They're early in the season.
They're all the way down, but guess what?
The whole East sucks. It's only 2 teams in the East that are over 500.
I just said let me elaborate for a few minutes. Now I'm getting back to my Brooklyn Nets. The best starting five on paper. Right now they're 4-11. Knicks are 3-11. So there's no way that the Knicks can be way better.
New Orleans has a better starting five on paper.
Okay, but we're not talking about New Orleans. We're talking about the best team in New York.
You said the best starting five on paper.
Okay, on paper. On paper.
They haven't played together.
On paper. You know what on paper means? Not reality, on paper.
On paper right now, the season has started. They've played probably 2 or 3 games together. On paper, they look horrible.
How on paper they look horrible?
On paper, they look horrible.
If you put these 5 right now on paper, you would say, wow, you don't look at the numbers. We're talking about on paper as in name-wise.
Name-wise, right now, Paul Pierce is dropping. Lopez can't stay in the game. Darren Williams hasn't played a game.
We're still talking about stats. I'm just talking about name-wise. Listen.
You're talking about name-wise
as in the status. As in, like, okay, you picture Darren Williams.
All of their statuses are falling.
You know?
Everyone knows their statuses right now are falling.
Okay, but I'm talking about on paper, like when they came in the league, you would think that
we're not talking in the league.
Okay.
We're talking right now today.
Okay, I understand, but come on. Why are you bandwagoning on my Nets? You said the Nets are in trouble. Why aren't you still with them? Because they're in trouble. Thank you.
They're not my team. I'm saying they're in trouble as they're not going to be as good as project. I mean, they're
3-11. The last time we talked, they was what?
Maybe they probably was.
They went all the way down. get an 8-game losing streak. As soon as we lost and they're not in trouble, they became in trouble.
They're not in trouble. They're still in the race.
So okay, well I mean technically right now the Knicks are not even a big conversation. I mean, but they do have the advantage. I mean they do got Mike Woodson, one of the best coaches, and they have Carmelo.
Look at Jason Kidd.
But they have Carmelo.
They're trying to cheat to win now.
Right. Hey, I was gonna bring that up.
Wait. Are you with the Nets or are you against the Nets?
I'm with the Nets, but both teams are horrible.
Oh my gosh, but we're talking about the best team, so let's pick the the least of the worst team.
Okay, so right now, we agree that it's the Nets. The Nets are the best team.
Don't bash the Nets right now because now I think he's going against me.
I just don't see the importance of discussing this conversation right now.
Oh my gosh.
So then now the big question is, are the Nets contending? Are they a contending team at this point, since they are better thus far than the Knicks? Are they that contending team?
They're not
contending
for the championship.
No, not at all.
They never was.
Not even semifinals.
No. Well,
no.
In the East?
In the East, they probably might
squeak out the first round, maybe.
They probably might get it back together.
If they get that whole starting five to come together and stay healthy, they could probably squeak a game. They could probably squeak into the semis of the East. And then lose the Miami.
Well, hey guys, you heard that right. It's done. The Knicks, you guys are in trouble, but you guys got to put it through. So there's only one way to find out. Season semifinals coming up, the finals coming up. We'll see who makes it to the top. All right. All right. So hot topic number 2, and this one is very interesting. Now, is this the end for Derrick Rose as his career? But before we get into this topic, I mean, from research that I've seen, I mean, the torn MCL, that's something that's he has 2 options right now. It's either he gets it removed, which would totally end his career coming into this next season, or he goes under the same procedure that Oklahoma Westbrook went through and got it reattached, but he's still going to be out 4 to 6 months. So right now, the Bulls don't be counting. I don't think they could wait on Derrick Rose. So, but from you guys, is this the end for him, or do you think there's still a chance of him coming back to be that MVP star? So we'll start off with Ludolph.
Okay. D Rose, Mr. Adidas, Mr. Clutch, Mr. MVP. This is not the end for Derrick Rose.
Okay.
He will not be that same player that I just listed. He's gonna have to. We're gonna have to rename him and rebuild him. But he's still gonna be able to play in the NBA and be able to contribute to a team. Not on that MVP level, as it's 2 leg injuries. You need your lower body and your legs to move and jump and shoot and all those things. And without those 2 things being as strong as they have, it's going to be hard to see Derrick Rose being the same MVP player. So, Derrick Rose is not going to be the same, but his career is not over.
Okay, Kyle?
First off, like I always says, this one here is a Rose level.
Okay.
So I understand he has a little bit of sympathy for the end of Derrick Rose, but I have to say this is the end for Derrick Rose.
Okay.
Why? Because he can push himself back to get him back to next season or the following season, if anything. But he won't be the same. It's gonna be too hard because now that's 2 knees out. That's 2 legs to be exact out. And while we get into the debate further, I'm gonna compare him to Brandon Roy. Of the Portland Trailblazers. So, I have to understand that he's going to have a little sympathy and remorse for Derrick Rose, but you have to admit it, it's the end for Derrick Rose. Come on.
Okay, I mean, like, guys, this is nasty. I mean, of all the injuries, to have 2 injuries to the knee, it's just not leaving him in any capacity to really be able to bring it back. But then again, we are talking about Derrick Rose. When he came back, he did do pretty good in averaging points. He still helped the team offensively and defensively. But it's been 3 seasons.
And though, as a young man,
right,
he had a bright future, and most of this
sound like a funeral to me. Sound like a funeral.
All right, guys. I mean, now that we see Derrick Rose the past 3 seasons already had 2 knee injuries. I mean, for any athlete, that's kind of stupid. I mean, you can have a back pain, leg pain, but you can have both your legs out. That's the foundation. So, but then again, we are talking about Derrick Rose. This is a guy who, when he came back, highly motivated.
So let me tell you this, right?
He proved it.
Let me hear this.
This gotta be the end for Rose. He don't want to hear it because guess what? He just went through a funeral. He went through the wake of the funeral. So Rose, when he came back, he played 10 games, averaged 15 and 9, with 4.3 assists, shooting on the 35%. You could have seen that he wasn't Rose.
Yeah.
You know, and I understand it's only
he was
10
gonna
games.
get there. He was gonna get there.
I don't see it. He's too explosive to be, you know, he has to worry about his knee first. He has to get back into the game slowly. You know, but when you know, quickly want to be back there, explosive, it's not gonna work. When Brandon Roy tried to came back in 2000, well, when he had the issues in 2010, 2011, he averaged 12. The next season he sat out. He said he was done. He said, let me see if I could try to get back. He played 5 games and averaged 5 points. You see what happened, and then he couldn't take it no more. So if Rose come back, I'm gonna be seeing that type of production that Brandon Roy had, shooting under 31%. Come on.
I hear all of that since you're saying. I'm going to keep my voice very calm since it's a very sad topic.
Yeah, sad time. Ain't no sad time. He's done for.
Let me
it's just like Kobe.
Let me explain this to my fellow analysts here.
Oh, no, I'm a fellow analyst. Before I was a young analyst, now I'm watch it. He understands what he's doing.
Let me name you off a list of a few players that have come back from multiple leg injuries.
Multiple.
Elton Brand,
one leg.
Leitner, Member the Core, Baron Davis.
David was talking. Listen. That's not the same caliber as Derrick Rose.
Let me finish. Those are all players that have had great careers.
No.
They're probably not Hall of Fame players, but they've been in the league a long time. They've won pretty games and they've contributed to their teams a lot. Now listen to this. Dominique Wilkins had 2 leg surgeries, came back the next year, averaged 30 points per game the whole season.
But Dominique wasn't that explosive like
Dominique was an amazing explosive.
No, he jumped and he dunked, but he wasn't explosive back and forth.
I mean, it doesn't matter. He averaged 30 points per game the whole season.
I could kind of agree. I could kind of agree a little bit about what Ludolf said, because like let's look at Westbrook. Westbrook just came from one of the surgeries.
That's when he won.
That's still the same thing. But listen. Okay, but if he comes back from if Dominique Wilkins could do it back in the day when they didn't have this type of technology, Derrick Rose can do it well. Listen. One more stat for you. Bill Walton came back. He missed 3 years. He came back and he's a Hall of Fame player.
They're not explosive.
He's won over 2 or 3.
What do you mean by explosive? Hold on. What do you mean by explosive?
As in like a Westbrook.
Now wait. Wilkins is one of the greatest dunkers of all time.
That's what he did. Dunk. He wasn't fast breaking. Yeah, because that takes a toll on your knee. Now let me ask you this question. Did you compare anybody to somebody that had the same issues as Brandon Roy? Both knees out. Did you?
They both. No, I said leg injuries. They had 2 leg injuries. Multiple leg injuries.
But they're big men though. They're big men. They don't have that type of impact.
Baron Davis, Pete Maravich.
Come on.
All of them have multiple leg
Baron
injuries.
Davis was a point guard.
Pete Maravich is a Hall of Fame player.
Baron Davis was a half-court point guard.
Bill Walton is one of the greatest players of all time.
Point A to point B. You cannot be doing that with knee injuries, with ACLs, with MCLs.
I never said that he was going to be the same player. I still say he can have a great career.
He can have a great career.
Basketball again.
You just was saying, well, I think he's going to be contributing to
but is he still going to be that Derrick Rose?
No,
he's not going to be that.
Thank you. So that's the end for Derrick Rose. It's the end for Derrick Rose.
When you say Derrick Rose, you're talking about
the end of his career.
MVP.
The question, I believe, is this the end of his career? He will be back to play more games in the NBA.
No.
Not at the same level.
Limited. We're talking about Derrick Rose. We're talking about his status as an MVP player.
I told you from the beginning of my argument he will not be that same player, but he will still be in the NBA and still have a great career.
Wait. It's not done. Listen, we're rolling out his coffin. So we can put Rose inside.
There's no coffin needed there.
All right, guys. Okay, so as we're looking at it, Derrick Rose, there might not be a chance.
You cry right now.
Derrick Rose presumably will come back. Might come back. Possibly come back.
He might, but it'll be hard.
He might not be that outbreak star that he was before. Once again, like I always say, there's only one way to find out, and we'll see
next season.
Can't even say this.
What happened to the next season? What happened to the discussion with the Bulls being contenders? That's what I thought.
They're still contending without him. They still have players, but we're not talking about the Bulls.
Stat Cruncher is the topic we're on now. So of course you guys remember what we said Stat Crunchers was. That was in our last segment. So this week's Stat Cruncher is.
Who is it?
Come on, Kyle, what happened to the drum roll? It is Carmelo Anthony, averaging. He did 34 points, 15 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 block against the Portland Blazers. Fortunately, they lost 91 to 102. But Carmelo was explosive. He had he's averaging 26 points per game. He did 42% from the field, 13 for 25 from the field. I mean, that's carrying your team right there.
I knew it wouldn't take too long for Carmelo to get on.
Because he got a rebound now. So he has to hit the points and the rebounds. rebounds.
He's doing pretty good actually, averaging 9.9 rebounds. So he is doing good offensively and defensively.
But
let's
no, but I'm just saying. All I said was but.
What's the but?
What's the but?
So what I'm saying is, for him to do this and for them to lose, they are in trouble. I'm just saying. They are in trouble.
All right. Okay, they're in trouble. This is about to turn into another hot topic.
But I did like his performance. I was there watching that game, you know, and he was going against Damian Lillard.
You were there?
And
on the TV.
Oh,
okay.
Damian Lillard and LaMarcus Aldridge and Wesley Matthews. So it was a 3-on-1. You know, where were the Knicks? I don't know, but he had to come out with a performance like this. But I feel if he continues to do it with a little bit more help, then they're gonna get more victories. But that was a beautiful performance by Carmelo.
It's nice, Carmelo. Congrats.
All right. Moving into our Give Me Sums, this is what I like to hear the most. I like to hear what my wonderful analysts have to say about, the athletes, coaches, and teams that need to improve their skills or talent. So we're going to start off with...
Start off with me.
Okay, we'll start off with Kyle. Give me some, Kyle.
Well, my first Give Me Some has got to be Metta World Peace. Him coming into the season, I don't even know what Metta World Peace is. Ron Artest. I like to call him Ron Artest.
No, he's done.
Metta World Peace. Before the season started, Metta World Peace says he's done with the NBA. He want to go overseas to China. He want to either play in arena football. But, he said he rather come.
He was trying to be on the Weber channel.
Yeah, so he said if he was going to be back in the NBA, he wanted to play in his hometown, which is New York. He got a chance to play in it. But now he's averaging 6.5 points a game with 2.5 rebounds, shooting on the 37%, and hasn't started a game. He played 13 games, but hasn't started once. I don't know if this is the same Ron Artest that, was killing in Sacramento and Houston and the Pacers. Lakers, true. Yes, because when he came, he averaged about 12, and but I don't know where is Ron Artest. 6.5? Come on, Ron Artest. I need you to throw some more elbows and get back up to like 12 points a game. So Ron Artest, Metta World Peace, both of y'all, I'm gonna need y'all to give me some. My second and last give me some gotta be back on the Knicks. Stoudemire. Where are you? I understand that you're injured. No. I understand that you're injured. But when you came to the New York Knicks, you averaged 25-8. Where is that production? I understand you're injured. He hasn't even started.
Let him creep it up.
No, you can't creep it up.
You know how much money they owe him?
That's gonna be my punchline for the day. You can't, creep up when the Knicks are in trouble, aka the Knicks are in trouble. But let me get back. He's averaging 5 points and 2.9 rebounds a game. He hasn't started the game either. But what Mike Woodson and the coaching staff is doing, they're limiting him to 14 minutes a game. I don't like that. He should be back to at least 25 now. Rep him up. Get him back up in the system.
Well, they gotta give him time. No, I mean, look what happened to Derrick Rose. They didn't let him creep up. Derrick Rose was averaging too much minutes.
Stoudemire is a big man. He is crying for these minutes. He is crying. I heard him in the interview. Yes, but earning. Come on, somebody.
Just not seeing it in practice.
Okay, who else is gonna be doing that?
All right.
Kicking doing that. So guess what? Stoudemire, 5 points. I'm going to need you to give me some. Demand some more minutes from Mike Woodson. Demand. Give me some.
Okay. All right, Rudolph.
All right, those are some nice give me sums. My give me sums are another person that has gone missing. First of all, Joakim Noah. Where you been? This used to be the man with the long hair running back and forth, making all type of hustle plays. We haven't seen none this year. He's averaging 8.5 points, 8.3 rebounds, and 0.8 blocks. That was his big thing, was to get a lot of blocks, and he's not doing anything. The Bulls are sorry, and...
Of course the Bulls are sorry.
Joakim Noah, give me some. My last give me some is Brandon Knight. Brandon Knight's just coming off of an injury, but this guy was the #1 rated pick out of high school. He did bad at Kentucky in college. He fell to like almost out of the first round when he got drafted. He has done nothing since he's been here. Detroit let him go. Milwaukee's here giving him a chance. He can't even step up in uniform, come in uniform and play games for them. He's come back right now. He's averaging 31.9, 3.6 assists. That cannot be your starting point guard's numbers.
After
Brandon
that
Knight,
dunk,
give me some.
After that dunk,
last season was horrible.
After that dunk from DeAndre Jordan, I don't think he can give you any more.
It was like 3 games that he got dunked on in a row.
True, it was.
It was horrible.
All right.
All right. Well, guys, that was what we had for you guys, special for the Give Me Some. All right. So we're bringing a new little segment for this week into our segments, and it's 3 reasons why we should be thankful for this Thanksgiving. So we're going to start off with Ludolph. Ludolph, why are you thankful for the NBA?
I'm thankful for the NBA for these 3 reasons. My first reason is the Big 3 in Miami. They're exciting. They're winning games. Sure, we had big 3s in the past, but they wasn't there in my lifetime. And Paul Pierce, KG, and Ray Allen, they was only for a few years. The Big 3 in Miami, they're fun. I love to watch them. They're right in front of my face. LeBron's the best player in the league. They're winning championships, multiple championships. They're great. The Big 3 in Miami, I'm very thankful for that. Another thing I'm thankful for is Stephen Curry. He makes the game look easy. He just goes throughout the motion, goes back and forth, and just shoots and makes 3s and all types of shots and makes all types of amazing plays. I love Stephen Curry. That's another thing I'm thankful for. The last thing I'm thankful for is the Indiana Pacers. Finally, someone has stepped up out of the East and become a contender for the Miami Heat. Right now, they have the best record in the league. They're a young team. They have star players. They have rebounders. They have coaching. They have everything you need. Even their general managers are Basketball Hall of Famer and Larry Bird. So Indiana Pacers, I'm thankful for all of that.
All right. Wow. Kyle, what are you thankful for?
What I'm thankful for, one, the amazing Dwayne Wade. You cannot, put him under the radar. They do that numerous of times. You have to be thankful for what he's done. Come back and add to the belt. Every postseason, every regular season. You got to be thankful for Wade. Second, I'm thankful for the refs. I
make the tough calls.
The flopping game, became harder for the refs now. Now they're able to, sustain it and limit the flopping. Be able to find those who are, trying to get away with these little calls, these little bumps. Ain't really playing the basketball game how it's supposed to be played. So I'm thankful for the refs for, putting it down. Instant replay, which kind of takes too long sometimes, but you got to get it done. Third thing I'm thankful for are the coaches. The coaches, why? Because they are, always getting the teams ready, preparation. They got the right plays when it comes down to crunch time. The playbook. Come on, you got to be Mark Jackson. You got Jason Kidd who's coming up. You got Spoelstra. Come on, you got Popovich, the great Popovich. So you got to be thankful for the coaches because the coaches are who make the team at the end of the day.
Okay. Well, I don't want to be left out of this. I feel like
what are you thankful for?
Let me tell you guys. This is what I'm thankful for.
During this great Thanksgiving.
I am so thankful for the wonderful production teams that we have in the NBA. The people that take the pictures, that do the video, that do the editing, that do the highlights.
They don't have money to go to the game.
Exactly. I don't know about that. But anyways, that's another. But I'm thankful for them. They bring the action live to us, and we never miss a second of it. So we wouldn't be able to get our information, our stats, without seeing what's being done on the floor. Okay. Second thing, I'm thankful for the NBA stars that have really kept it home and served their community and have created their own foundation for homeless, for the children's. So they've really put in an effort into sharing their wealth and distributing throughout the community. And last but not least, I think this is the most important thing that we should all be thankful for. And that's the fans. The fans. We got to give it up for all the fans that comes to the game, supports the teams. Because without a supporting cast of fans, a team is really nothing. And of course, we're thankful for you guys as well. Our fans. Talking cheap fans. So we love you guys.
We're almost in the NBA.
We're almost there.
We're talking about the NBA, so we are actually in the NBA.
We're trying to get a segment on ESPN, but hopefully, we'll get there. Well, guys, this is the part that, of course, you hate the most. And this is I hate it too, man.
Next time I'm gonna get like 5 topics, just 5 topics. Just 5 topics. Throw them in the dirt.
All right, stick a fork in them. All right. Okay, so guys, we gotta end.
When you win your first debate, then we could go to 5 topics.
Well, we were supposed to go to 5 topics the second episode. Just saying.
But let's finally finish. We gotta end the show, guys, and remember, check us out on Facebook. Look us up on Instagram and check us out on our YouTube page. And remember, always remember, that talk
is cheap. Forget Kobe, we stuck a fork in him last episode, now we sticking a fork. And there it goes.
Who's next? There's going to be a next fork.
Well, whoever you choose, I'm sticking a fork in all of them. Stephen Curry might be next.